morning. This is Connor from 0DTE Traders here to present the week ahead for June 23rd, 2025. Let's dive in. Wall Street faces a packed agenda this week with key economic data, Federal Reserve events, and high-profile earnings reports on tap. Geopolitical tensions will also remain in focus as participants monitor developments in the Israel-Iran conflict and assess the fallout from the U.S. targeting 3 nuclear facilities in Iran over the weekend. On the economic front, attention will turn to PCE, the Fed's preferred inflation metric. The government is also set to release its third and final estimate of the first quarter GDP growth. Chair Powell will take the spotlight on Tuesday and Wednesday as he delivers the semi-annual monetary policy testimony before the House and Senate. Also drawing attention will be the results of the Fed's annual bank stress test, which evaluates whether the major financial institutions are equipped to handle severe and economic downturns or financial market shocks. On the earnings front, participants will be watching for updates from major players including FedEx, Micron, and Nike. The SPX Gamma Index, which tracks dealer gamma exposure, is currently more neutral than imbalanced at negative 90 million notional, trading in close proximity to our 59.75 flip. This is our transition. Above, all strikes are positive. That is supportive for the market price. Below, most strikes are negative. That is destabilizing for the market price. Below the flip, we would anticipate elevated volatility with risk-off conditions emerging below 5,900. SPX remains in a short-term downtrend, printing a series of lower highs and lower lows in a down-sloping channel. The JP Morgan short strike at 59.05 is in play this week. It is our downside target into month end. So this will potentially act as the new magnet pin akin to 6,000 over the past couple weeks. Now, 6,000 is still quite significant here. We did have the removal of about 500,000 in open interest. So meaning buy-sell flows around 6,000 are going to be less dominant here now that option expiration is behind us, although still significant. However, as we know, options that are at the money closest to expiration are the most sensitive. So going forward here, it's going to take less buy flows to push and hold above 6,000, less sell flows to push and hold below 6,000. 59.50 is the level we're watching. This more or less marks the low from last week, so a break we could get sucked in to that 59.05 handle, which carries approximately 1 billion in positive gamma. Now, in regards to volatility, vol is quite subdued here, given what's happening on the geopolitical front. Volatility risk premium is at a slight premium implied vol above realized vol, giving slight edge to volatility sellers. However, below the flip, short vol traders tend to back off a little bit, given the elevated volatility and the destabilizing hedging. So going back to the flip here, what happens below the flip? Well, dealers start to sell weakness, they buy strength, which exacerbates price movement. Essentially, everyone starts to chase deltas. When you're above the flip, dealers buy weakness, sell strength. It creates lower volatility, mean reversion type action. Now, we've been above the flip since 5,500. Now, of course, the flip shifts. It's a dynamic level, so it's been shifting higher. However, we've been above the flip in a supportive market regime. We're now starting to break below it, potentially maybe entering risk off. We don't know. I guess depends what happens on the geopolitical front and the number of events here this week. But point is here, there's plenty of room for volatility to move higher. VIX trading around 20 in the pre-market, which is the balanced strike in terms of open interest, calls and puts. Potential upside targets, 23, 25, 30, 35. Those are the dominant call strikes. As far as the put strikes go, 17, 18. In summary, not a whole lot has changed really over the past 4 weeks now. Same dynamics, same levels. Now, if you're a 0DTE trader and you want to get access to our daily report, our trade ideas, join the team at 0DTEtraders.com. Best of luck out there this week.